Hello everyone, the other player back, and welcome to another loadout video. And today I wanted to quickly go over a new loadout that I've been using that's been really good for me in Warzone, and is not difficult to use. There's not a high skill cap on it, there's no weird drawback, it's just a flat out good gun, solid all around, and it's easy to use. That weapon is the CR-54 AMAX. It has, unlike the Growl and the Kilo, it has really good range, so you won't be getting that second damage drop off that those have. Those were the nerfs that we heard about a while back. It means that at really long ranges, they're going to be nowhere near as good as they were beforehand. It's got really good damage, so even if you're not cracking armor, you are definitely making them hurt, and you're going to be forcing them behind some cover. The recoil can be managed very easily, and most of all, the handling stats aren't awful. It's not really slow or anything like that, so it's going to be really good to just use close range and long range. Along with that, the iron sights are decent. They're not exactly Growl level, but they've got that same kind of outer ring, outer sprouts, and then the little inner sprouts. It's very easy to see people. So it can be really versatile no matter when you get your loadout. It's not like you're going to be like questioning, ooh, should I get this, should I not? There's really two different loadouts that I'm going to show here in a second that will really emphasize how good this gun is. You can see in the background I'm just getting some kills with it, and I had a really good time using it. I've been using it for about a week now, and without further ado, I'd like to show you guys the loadout and why it's so good. So the first one is what I have my aggro class as. It has, the AMAX is more of a long range gun. It's really not that different no matter how you kit it, because there are a few main attachments that we have to use. But the reason I kit it like this is because when I have a MAC 10 in my back pocket, I don't need the AMAX to perform well at close range. Its ADS does not need to be spectacular. It's really for picking people off at long range or medium range. So here's what it looks like. We're going to have the monolithic suppressor, as always with any AR. We're going to have the Zodiac to increase our damage range and get our recoil control down. We're going to have the Merc foregrip, mainly for recoil control, because if you don't put the Merc foregrip on along with that Zodiac barrel, this gun will have a fair amount of kick. Just be aware of that. 45 round mags, because obviously in Warzone you want those big mags, and you don't want to be running out of ammo and reloading mid-fight. I've seen people use like these kind of other mags to try to replace the DMR. I don't recommend it because 10 rounds is very small. So stick with the 45s. Now, in this class, I went with the Cronin's C480 Pro Optic. The reason I went with this is because this is my favorite sort of 3x optic. If you want to use something else, like a, VLK optic, you can use that. I don't know what it is. If you want to use the 4x flip hybrid, you can use that as the VLK. I found it a little too clunky, but that's just me. So use what you want. But this is what I would go with. And then obviously you can equip a reticle. I recommend the T-pose reticle because it's one of the clearest out of all of these. If you want, you can equip some of these other ones. This is also pretty easy to get. You just have to get headshots with the Scout Combat and some kills, and then get 200 with the VLK. Very simple. Alright, so this is like our overkill class. Now let's move into our more all-around class. This is one with Ghost on it, and that I would use in the final circle. So you'll notice that these first three are the exact same. The Merc, the Zodiac, and Monolithic are still on here, mainly because of recoil control. And oftentimes in final circles, you'll find yourself in wooded areas where you're shooting across the entire circle at longer ranges, and you need to be able to hit those shots. And maybe you died early on and you don't have enough money to get into the loadout, so you need that range anyways. You'll notice we don't have an optic on here, but rather a tac laser, because in this loadout, we need our AMAX to be a little more viable. We can't have it have slow ADS times because our Diameti is really just a backup weapon. It's just the only good weapon, I think. It's one of the best backup weapons, in my opinion, and that's the only reason I'm having it equipped. Preferably, I'd pick something off the ground, like another MAC 10, maybe a closer range SMG, like an MP7, or anything that I can find. We'll also going to have our 45 round mags like before. And by the way, this tack laser, this is not required. If you want to switch out this tack laser for a stippled grip tape like this, or if you want to just put on something like a exo stock, feel free to. However, the exo stock doesn't help as much, and we wouldn't put on no stock because that's going to greatly reduce our recoil, which is something we really don't want to do. And the stippled grip tape does help, however, the tack laser helps more in this case. However, I completely understand that people want to stay off the radar. However, the goal is that you would not be picking this up alone, and that you'd be picking up the other class. You'd be picking up this sort of AMAX with some sort of better secondary, and that you just have the perks from this class. But yeah, that'll about do it. I just wanted to keep this short and sweet because there's not really much to go over here. And if you all enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know what guns you want to see me cover next. I've been hearing really good things about the Stoner and the Bruin, and I wanted to go and check those out. And because of everyone talking about all these different weapons, I wanted to give you guys something that actually works well. Not something that only the pros can use or is pretty good, but is not like top tier. This is an actual top tier gun. I've been using it a lot lately. I've gotten multiple good gameplays with it. And so yeah, just wanted to give that to you all, and I hope you stay tuned for the next episode. Alright, see you all later. Bye bye.